What's good, y'all? So y'all want to know the worst thing I hate about truck driving is, first of all, let me give y'all a story on how I even got my CDLs. So I was 25, and this lady named Shannon, I think her name Shannon or something like that. She came to me and was like, "Hey, I think you should, go to school for truck driving." So 10 years passed. I was 35. I was scared to do it because I was just afraid of. I was afraid of. Um, failing the test or whatever. So push came to shove, I wasn't doing too well. I was like having 2 and 3 jobs a week, really wasn't making money and having enough time for myself. So I said, you know what, let me do something else. So I end up going to school. So she connected me with, I'm in Orlando, Florida, so it's a company called Career Source. So Career Source is a career center that helps you get, what helps you or give you a scholarship to go to CDL school, forklifting school, whatever they got. They got a few things. They do your resume, they do everything. So I met this lady named Miss Mary Smith. I never forget her name, Miss Mary Smith. And she took me through the process. It was so smooth and sweet, and she was just there for me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, doing CDL school, you can't work. So she gave me like a couple of $100 of food stamps to eat while I was doing that. So push came to shove, I had my son at the time too. So I was, even though I wasn't supposed to do this, but I was just trying to make some extra money. So school started at 6 a.m., done at 6 p.m. So I will go to school, finish that. After school, I will stay about an hour to study the truck over again. And after that, I would go drive for like 3, 4 hours to get some money in my pocket to eat. And my son was at my mom's at the time while I finished. So I would come home, give him some money to eat and do whatever we need to do. And I would go sleep and I would go repeat that. So, 2.5, 3 weeks later, I passed. So my scholarship was 7,000. My CDL is 7,000. And what I hate about that is you spend so much money and time and effort to get your CDLs, only for companies to charge you or want to offer you $20 an hour, $22 an hour, $28 an hour. You're hauling 80,000 pounds, and in some cases, in some states, you can go up to 100 and something. So it's just crazy to me how uh, something that's so significant that everybody needs in this world, and people just nonchalant it and act as if it's easy to do. And then you get in an accident, it's automatically your fault. If you're in your regular car, it's your fault because you're a professional driver. So if you get one ticket, it's almost like you're getting 3 tickets because um, the fine is going to be heavy. If they give you a warning, that is worse than a ticket. Uh, yeah, man, I say that to say this. I got my medical carrier company as well, but I was trying to go back to trucking because I'm trying to do some other things, and medical carrier isn't giving me what I need. So and I just met some bad people along the way too. So, but it's just amazing to me how you can have something that's quote unquote everybody need, but you can't get the help or the experience. I'm 6 years in, and it's still crazy. It is crazy, man. So it's amazing how something that's so needed is so disrespected in so many ways. It's truckers out here dying in their trucks, so unhealthy. We're not eating healthy foods. We're out here 14-hour days. You're sleeping for maybe 10 hours. You're never seeing your family. You out over the road for 3 weeks at a time. You come home for 3 days at a time. At least one of those days you want to sleep in your bed. God forbid you got kids at a smaller age, or a wife or something like that. That's over. At that point, you just bringing in money. You just a ATM at that point, and you're not getting paid while you sleep. I think you should get paid while you're still over the road because you're away from your family. And there's no parking. The food is bad. I even wanted to get my own truck stop, and that's been, people been giving me hell with that as well. So I think this probably was one of the worst decisions I've done. And I think for me at this time, I'm probably gonna try to figure out and do something else. You know what I mean? So 6 years or 7 years with this. The good thing about it, at the time I was making enough money that I could slow my pace down. I could slow down my life so I can start to think. And that's when I started to get into Airbnbs and showing people how they fix their credit and their business credit, and I was trying to go that route. So, but now it's time to make a shift or change. You do 1 or 2 things wrong, or something on your record, it is over. It is over. And I don't have nothing bad on my record, but it's amazing how you put in all this time and effort to get that, and you're not getting the pay, you're not getting the time with your family, and you know, it's just it's especially going local. You're trying to go local, you can hang it up. Unless you know somebody that knows somebody, it is over. You know what I mean? So I think it's time for me to do something else. And I'm just trying to figure that out as well. But trucking is, I would say, but it would get you in a, it would get you, it's probably one of the worst jobs you can have. You're by yourself, you don't have no social life. You're by yourself, you don't have no social life. That killed off, I used to model a lot, that killed that off. You're not seeing your family. It's almost like you're not here, but you're here. So, yeah, man, the social media stuff is not going how I thought it would go. All I get is bots on here, and my content is being suppressed and shadow banned. And I have good content, better content than a lot of people, but it seems to me that you know, I'm getting restricted on everything. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube not so much, but it just takes so long to get some traffic. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna switch and try to do something else, man. But so all you up and coming truck drivers, man, just don't do it unless you know somebody that can make your situation easy. And if you got a girlfriend or a wife and they can't come with you, don't do it, bro. Stay single, stay by yourself, stack your money, have a plan to get out of it, stack your money, stack your business credit, stack your personal credit, you know, get a home or a house or two, and then, you know, probably try to go buy a business or something like that, and then get up out of it. Because either you're gonna pass away, or you pass away in your truck, your family don't know what's going on, your state's away, the company not gonna pay for you to ship your body to wherever you live at. You spend all the time away from your family asking all these questions like what it is, how it happened. You're not getting sleep, you're stressed out, you're eating bad food, you're not working out. And I think all truck drivers should even have free gym memberships. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start rambling, man, but I had to stress that, man, because I'm so pissed off about this whole entire situation, man. So